So my name is John Schoolmeesters. I am 24, soon to be 25. My cat Luna is making noise behind me, and I live in Rochester, Minnesota. So for work, I do a couple of things. Right now it's mainly video editing and filmmaking. So I'm currently in the final stages of making a full feature documentary, and I'm also doing some video editing work for the University of Minnesota and some projects they're working on. And I also do real estate photography and floor plan creation. So I first kind of got into the filmmaking and photography world from being a very artistic person in high school. I was always taking like the studio arts classes, and eventually I decided that's what I wanted to go into. And originally it was gonna be like illustration and drawing, but at college I kind of discovered the video world in a few of the classes that I took there. It was kind of a chance happening that I discovered video, and then, once I did it, I knew I wanted to do it, and I kind of just haven't looked back since. In any job, networking is important, but in the film world and in the freelance world, networking is probably the most important thing to getting gigs. Like, knowing people and having connections will get you so much farther. There are people that I can go to. Like, I have a really good friend of mine is an audio producer. If I need an extra person to work on camera, I know people that I went to school with are, great at doing that, so I can hire them on. And then, if they have projects that they can't do, sometimes they send it my way. A huge part of starting as like an editor, a videographer in like the freelance world and trying to make your way into the video world is, doing personal projects. The documentary that I'm filming is completely like self-funded, and I'm doing all the work for it on my own time. I'm not like getting paid by someone else to film it. Documentary work is a field I want to go into, and so I'm starting that experience now and like keeping in that kind of creative workflow, because getting like the whole idea of like keeping the creative juices flowing is definitely a thing. Like, once you stop for like a month, it's hard to like even come up with an idea. A big goal of mine is to tell stories that are important, not just like fluff stuff. I'd like to, explore ideas that have impact and tell stories of like real people, not, some celebrity doing something. Like right now, what's the story of like a young artist? Those are like the small stories of the everyday person. Those are interesting to me.